The Restaurant Association of South Africa is pleading with government to allow sit-down clients at recognized establishments adhering to strict health and safety protocols. It says massive job losses are inevitable in the industry because sit-in dining remains prohibited under Alert Level 3 of the lockdown. More than 13,000 establishments nationally opened their doors yesterday, but only for deliveries and collections. For more on the story, we're joined on the line by RASA CEO, Wendy Alberts. Good afternoon to you, Wendy. Thank you so much for talking to us today. What impact does operating on takeaway only have on the industry?
Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you too. The pressure is absolutely getting far greater than what we can anticipate at this point in time. Our restaurants are really in dire straits, and the reports in from a number of our members is that the decision is to be taken for them to close. And very sad conversations that I'm having at this time with these beautiful restaurants that have been a part of our country and our tourism sector as well as our industry for a long, long time. And when it's renowned names that are closing down, we realize how desperate we are in the industry to get the restaurants open for sit-down.
I have to say it was a bit strange yesterday walking past the restaurant and seeing that they're open, but remembering quickly that you can't go in. Tell us, what measures have you proposed to government with regards to sit-downs without endangering the lives of your customers?
You know, the critical argument that we've been having is from the onset we've been expected to transform our businesses. So every restaurant here is largely operating out of the business model that has been known to bring them a success. So we've been reporting to government, we've been cooperative, we've shown them that we've displayed good health and hygiene from the onset to open just for deliveries, then it was takeaways. We've shown them at every level that we certainly are responsible in ensuring that we play the role that we need to play in terms of slowing down the curve and ensuring the health and safety of our staff and our customers. And it's always at the expense of ourselves. You know, we were the industry to be closed down first, long before COVID. And then we've been closed for a number of weeks and then reopened with a changing of business models, which means capital expenditure and further costs. And it's also not our expertise to be able to do it. Our restaurant's about bums on seats, and we're about foot traffic, and we're about the experience in the restaurant. And it's very difficult times because restaurants are not operating within the business model. And this has been detrimental to the financial model that we're based on. We're operating in about a 20% of 100% possibility in a market that is trading for 100% competition. And this again just leads us to show you that the misunderstanding of what the restaurant industry is all about is not being considered by the powers that be in the decision makers that make these decisions a cocktail. So we have certainly put our submission for us to reopen or sit down. In our submission, we have asked that we can go with a 60 to 70% seating capacity. We've put a document together that certainly shows that we are restaurant safe and that every element within the COVID safety opportunity has been covered. So whilst we accept we are not COVID specialists, we certainly are appreciative of all the resources made available by the WHO as well as our health department in South Africa and international partners that we work with to show the readiness of our industry for us to return swiftly back to sit down.
Wendy, the warm food in retailers' lobby has gotten its way in level 3. What do you think are your prospects?
I think it's very good. You know, the Department of Tourism is very favorable and they've got a good relationship with us, and for that we show great appreciation. And we're thankful for all their guidance and the engagements that we've had with them to enable us to take steps forward in giving them submissions to be able to allow us to open in each level. So we've certainly had long discussions, lengthy meetings. We are in constant communication and consultation to understand how drastic the industry is. But Cocktail really needs to come closer to the industry and understand the detriment that this is having on job losses, as well as the ultimate survival of the restaurant industry. And it's critical at this point in time. So we're sitting with approximately 23,000 restaurants across South Africa. We anticipate that we've got around about 800,000 people directly employed. It could be a lot more outside of that. And we're currently sitting with 80% of these beautiful people that work in our gorgeous restaurants unemployed, having no access to any type of financial relief. And we need to get these beautiful people back to work.
You keep reiterating that COCTA must come to the table. Are you intimating that they're not? Is the association considering, perhaps like other organizations, taking government to court?
We've certainly written a very firm document through to the Command Council to give us an indication of the mitigated risk factor that was applied for churches to open, and for them to give us an explanation on how we can use that same applied risk basis to get our restaurants open. So we are waiting for feedback on that, and we've got a wonderful team of attorneys that are working on that. And based on the outcome, once we receive that document showing us the indication of how they got to the safe factor to reopen churches and the religious sector, we'll certainly make our decisions in moving forward, because it is critical in our restaurants. You know, although the green light was given for us also to serve alcohol, again, we're not bottle stores. We can't compete against the margins that retailers have got and the volumes that they've got. And also, we don't have the capital to invest in massive amounts of alcohol. So, you know, whilst we appreciate the support, we can't serve a bottle of wine with mealtime when a customer orders a dinner at 7 o'clock at night. So the whole parameters are again off cue. So we must deliver a bottle of wine at 5 o'clock and then deliver the customer's meal at 7 o'clock. It just doesn't work for our business model.
Yeah. Let's talk about third-party companies. How much are they facilitating deliveries for restaurants, and how's that going?
Now, one of the challenges that we raised with the government was, one, you know, the directive was given to the industry to use both an online ordering system as well as a third-party delivery. But there was no capping done on delivery fees. So we saw a lot of restaurants that have paid out the largest portion of their profitability, or should I say their turnover, because there's absolutely no profit, to third-party deliveries. So what we have seen is that on 100% of budget, we've been doing approximately 20% of what we would ordinarily do in terms of turnover, 40% cost of sales, 42% to third-party deliveries, and we left with 18% to pay utilities and to pay staff and to try and pay any other of the supporting expenses that we've had to keep the doors open. So you can see it certainly hasn't been favourable. And we've been trying to manage the operations. Like I said, we've been compliant. We've proved that we're operationally ready on every level, even though we've had to recreate and transform our businesses.
Well, we'd like to talk to you some more as the conversation unfolds, but that's it for now. Wendy Alberts from the Restaurant Association of South Africa. Thanks for making the time today.
Thank you so much.
And that's it for the agenda today. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.